Hi everybody, this is Vicki from the Eagle's Nest, and this is the fabric covered packaging envelope journal that I've been working on. So I had pulled this out maybe in the last video, and I thought, well, let me finish that up. So I found a cute little picture that I thought I would put in there. I mean, how cute is that? So then this was going to be glued on the page. Let's see, let's just find a page. Any page. It's just going to be glued to the edge right here. So I need to cover that. So I went and I found this cute sunflower paper that I'm going to just cover this part. And then it will just, that will be covered to there. Sometimes I would just take and put a sheet over the whole thing from here on, but I'm just going to try to do it this way this time. So I was going to just put this on there. But I thought, well, let's make one of these together. So I pulled some stuff, found an envelope. So I can't remember, I made this a long time ago. So I have to kind of refresh my memory. So it looks like I cut the end to open it up, because we have to open it to make the cuts, I guess. I mean, who remembers? And then it looks like I cut the bottom because it's very similar in size. So let's just put this here. We just need to cut a sliver there. I think that's all we need to cut. And then looks like we need to glue a piece of paper. Well, let's fold it first. So, okay, this fold can be any length you want. I'm going to probably fold this one a little smaller, just for fun. I don't know why I folded that one that way. So I'm just going to fold that. Okay. Okay, it looks like I can cut off this part of the flap because we don't need it. So let's just do that. I'm just going to cut inside the line. Otherwise it could show. And I'm just going to cut here, kind of inside-ish on the line. And that's going to end up going that way, so. Okay, now what did I do? Covered it. So I found some pink paper. Okay, so you only need to go down to go inside your, where your pocket is, because you don't want to see the inside. So I'm going to probably do it like this. I mean, you can go down as far as you want. You can go all the way if you want. Well, it's not going to matter because when you put your tag in, that's not going to matter. So let's just do it here, just to say we did. So pencil, I'm going to mark it here. Doesn't matter because you can slide that up and down. And here I want to go inside the flap. All right. Well, let's go closer to that. And I'm going to make my cuts with this because it's quicker. Okay, let me find my marks. There's one and there's one. So I think I'm going this way. Hope so. If not, there's more paper where this came from. So doesn't look right. Did it go this way? Okay. So this is going to be, well, let's see what I'm doing. Who knows what I did? This is going to be cut here. I think that was where it should go. I'm going to cut just a little over because you can always trim. And that will go there. So I'll go from this way to this way, then you can trim off of that edge if it needs to be trimmed. So then that'll go there, and I need a piece for here. So let's see, it doesn't look straight. I'm going to do it here. What I was thinking was you could fold that down, but I am going to just glue it like that. I may glue it and then cut it. Sometimes that's the best way. So I'm going to glue this one on here first. This paper was just dyed with food color. Looks good to me. Okay, glue stick. Okay. Sometimes when you soak your paper in the water, now I don't know if it makes a difference whether you air dry it or oven bake it, but you can get those wrinkles on the edges. I have them on a lot of the paper, but usually when you glue it, it kind of works its way out. At least that's what I tell myself. Okay, let's go up. Make sure I'm all the way up. Give it a little push. Of course. Okay. There we go. Most things you can adjust. Faulty gluing. Okay, now this I can see. We weren't supposed to glue this onto that, so let's take that off. You can kind of see through this, but we will cover that somehow. Maybe with stamping or something. Okay, now I gotta let that dry. Okay. A lot of the glue, you can just roll it off. Okay, so this is, when you glue it down, it's going to be glued along that edge, not there. Okay, so while that's working, let's put this piece on here. You can always work with that. Eraser. To get that little bit of pencil mark off. Okay. Gluing paper, I'm just going to fold that. And I'm going to glue this, actually. Sometimes it's better than gluing the paper because you can get the edges really well. Except for that edge, but I'll do the best I can. Okay. And then I'm going to stick that on there. Better go over. I'm going to have to trim it. Well, whatever. Okay. Got that, so that's there. Well, that's not going to be folded, so. Okay. To adjust for any parts where it's not right, just trim it. trim it off and even it all up. Okay, see how this is coming along. Still a little sticky, but it's drying quite well. Okay. I can probably trim that. Now I gotta make sure I'll just use the scissors because a guillotine might take that. Although you can just re-glue it, but then why mess up something when you can avoid it? Now I just have to hope I don't catch it with my scissors. Usually if you follow along the envelope, you're okay. But this has got glue on it. That will be my excuse. It was the glue. Okay. That looks a little funky right there. Okay. Now, once you ink it, you're not going to see a lot of stuff. So here, let me see. Okay, I want to make this very crisp. Probably should have done that before. And I'm just going to turn this and just trim this right off as well. And we'll just go with this right here. Okay. So far, kind of good. Well, inking will take care of that. I will ink it in Vintage Photo. And when I came in here this morning, I saw my lid was kind of like that. So I can't tell if it dried on the corner. Any issues you have, you can always spray it. And that will help the ink to get back into line. Okay, so I'm going to open this and I'm going to ink. I like to ink inside so that when you close them, just in case you're, see something, you kind of have it covered up. That's my answer. Okay, so that will be like that. And this will be glued as well. I mean, inked. So, okay, now, okay. Let's fix this right here. Let's even it up. Good. Okay, now for the hole. This is why we have to have it open. Now, I was looking at that, and I wanted to do, I thought, let's do a round. So I got my round punch, and I stuck this in there, and it just barely clears right there. So I thought, well, that's not far enough down. We need more of a, so I'm like, well, I got the punch that I used, which this one has a deeper area for the paper to slide back. That one's very short. So this one, you could literally just put that, pretty far back. But I also found this. This is, I don't know what it's called. It's like a free floating punch. So the way this works is you stick your thing, your paper, where you want it. Now this is the problem. I can't really see it like I can with the other punch. So I'm just gonna guess. Maybe I should mark the middle. Sometimes marking is good. Let's see. This is, oh boy, 3 and, Okay, it's less than three notches before 4, so that's 2. Oh. Okay. Rather than try to think it out, I'm just going to go like this. Well, why I couldn't see. Okay, there's my middle. Right there. So, if only I knew where the middle of this was. Let me put this like that so I can see those. It looks pretty middle-ish. And let's just go right here. Okay, then this goes on. And then you put this somewhere. Let's see. It's got these little things. I gotta line those up. Okay. Now I'm just gonna punch it. Oh, didn't go through. Still didn't go through. Oh, getting closer. Okay, that's gonna have to, oh, good. There we go. Then you end up with that. Kind of useless. So let's see. There we have that. This has a white background. Okay, perfect. Now we need to cut the thumb hole. Got my punch right here. I mean, you can use a smaller punch if you wanted, but sometimes I like a wide hole. Okay, there you go. Okay, now I'm going to finish inking. This is going to be juicy. Okay, so you can see this was pretty simple to make. Even if you don't have the instructions right in front of you. And I'm not sure whose video I saw this on. It was somebody's. I just don't remember. It's a long time ago. Probably a couple years ago when I saw it. I mean, this could also be inked later, but okay. Just don't forget to ink the inside here before you glue it together. Otherwise, you can try to do it afterwards, but it might not look as nice. But you know, it would probably be okay. So what I was thinking, somehow I was thinking about a flower. Maybe I was thinking of putting a flower down here. Dadgummit. Okay. How are we going to cover that? Well, let's finish up this one while okay, I found this cute picture and I tried a couple others, but I didn't like them. I like the yellow tones. So I'm just going to glue that in there. Don't need the whole thing, so let me cut it off down here. Okay, this is where you want to make sure you glue. Okay, let me think this through. Okay, you can do two things. You can glue this to here if you wanted to have this as a pocket. This is going to be on the page. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do to make that a pocket. So I'm going to find where I want it exactly. Like right there. Then I'm going to flip it over. It's not even, but I don't think it needs to. I think this is how I wanted it. So I'm going to mark so that when I glue, it's going to go, this is going to sit right there. Probably see that through, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to put the glue around there. I mean, that's my goal. To glue around here. Then I stick this on and it's adhered. Always make sure you got it right. Okay, so, and this will ensure that you're getting the edges of that, but you can also glue those edges as well. You just want to make sure you have these. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue in like this, because you want to get all these. Okay, then I'm going to take this and just glue these edges. And that way, you know what I just did, right? That's the wrong side. I have to glue this side. Okay, turn it over. Oh, I hope you guys learn from my mistakes. But these are the things that happen when you're working on things. You always don't look right. Okay, the worst part might be trying to stick this down. Okay, it goes this way, correct? In the lines. Let's get the lines all lined up. And I'm going to check it. Yep, looks good. So now I'm going to have glue all over my hands. Okay. Let's see. There we go. And if it didn't get everything, which it looks like it didn't, you know what we do? We find the art glitter glue. There it is. Okay. And we can just, because you don't always want things sticking up. Sometimes it gets caught on something and can't see. Okay. There. That looks good. Okay, now to stick my pin. Okay. There. Okay. Now I've got to let that dry. So once that's dry, we basically just need to glue it up. I could put a slight thumb hole to indicate that it's a pocket. Now, if this was you can also just cut this flap off and glue this down on your page. In that case, you could have glued this right together and used the outside as the pocket. But because I was making it a flip out, I had to glue it that way. So let's let that dry. Okay, and go back to this one. And let me see how I'm going to get myself out of this mess. Okay, that's good. Okay, but we have to glue something in there before we glue it together. That's good. What was I going to put on there? I was thinking of a flower or a butterfly. I have these. And I have these. For some reason, was thinking a rose. I mean, that's the only one that's going to fit on here. Unless, what are those lines? A printer mess up. Okay, that happens too. That's too little. This would be the best one. So let me just cut that out real quick. And, oh, again, fussy cutting vellum is, let me just get it. Sometimes it's best just to get it off of the paper, and then you can do the details. Let me get the smaller scissors, and there we go, to make it look like I followed along. Okay. You know, there's nothing worse than watching someone fussy cut. Some people find this soothing and relaxing. I guess it could be, but it must be my attitude. Okay, that can go on there. Of course, I would put something underneath it, like a piece of book page or something. Let's see. You know, something like that. What am I going to do about that? What? Okay, let's see if we might want a butterfly. Butterfly would be really cute, especially that one. But what would I put underneath it? Let's see. I tried to be so prepared. I having all my stuff ready, which I did. I just didn't allow for this. Yeah, there's always something. I watch other people's videos, and they don't seem to be all that organized, but yet their videos are like 30 minutes, maybe 40. And mine always end up going like really long. So I don't know. This is the worst, the antennae. But, you know, they have to be cut. Well, what you could do if you don't want to cut the antennae, get a fine tip Sharpie and then just draw them on after the fact. No one will know. Okay, that could be on there. That's really cute. Okay, I think I'm going to have to stencil something maybe on there to hide that. Or, what could I stencil that would look good? As I look around and see nothing. Oh, I think I put all my stencils away. Or I could stamp. How about script? Got this. I can do some light script stamping. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Should I do black? Where's my black ink pad? Right here. Yes, okay. Now, I don't want it to be dark. So, okay, how much do I need? That much right there. I mean, you can do the whole thing, but... Okay, let's see what that does. Need a piece of paper to test it on. I'm a tester. Okay, which way is up and which way is down? Okay. Oh, isn't that great? So, I will do this. Where did I need the most? Or here. So it's going to be here. And I'm just going to go like this and put it down on there. There, isn't that great? So, do I want to do the same thing up there? Let's just do a little bit. There. Looks good to me. Okay, cover up the back. Okay. Now, I still need something under here. Doily. How about a doily? Got my new doilies. Let's see. I don't know that I would want to use pink. Probably this color. Whoops. But which one? I can... You know, that just looks too small. Too tiny. So, I happen to have this sitting over there. I just saw it. What can I do? I can put it like that. That's cute. Okay, but I haven't inked yet, so let's ink. Sometimes inking changes the look of things. Okay. Just got to get moving here so I can finish that other one. I mean, I have it all planned out. Okay, let's do this. This is tough. One way or another, I am going to ink these edges. Get them well inked. Okay, well, it's not all going to be on here. Let me do it like that. Nope, it goes this way. Or I can start here and end there. Okay, let's take another look before we do anything. I can put it like that. Or I can put it here, here, and put a number. Now I'd want the number down there. I can see this is helping to cover that up, so I'm going to have to put it here, whether I want to or not. I'll put this here, and I'll put a number there. Done. Done and done. Okay. This goes first. This is the part that goes on. I don't know how far down. This is tough when you use a glue stick on these, but okay, let's go right here to the edge. Again, I'm getting glue everywhere, but it can't be helped. Okay. And I am going to use the glue stick. I've not had an issue using the glue stick on vellum. But then again, it could be too soon because it's not been that much time. Some people use art glitter glue. Some use Bearly Arts. Bearly Arts is supposed to not show through. I don't have any Bearly Arts, so I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that's the actual fact, but I just don't have any. So rather than use the art glitter glue and have it show through, I'll just use this. I think it works pretty well. There, and then we'll just cut that off. It's best to turn it over. Okay. There we go. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to find a number, but I'm going to put a number there. Now I need a picture of off something to go in there. I think I found pictures in here. Let me see. I will use a little girl, because they're so cute. But I would want to look for pink tones, but I don't think I have anything in pink. No. I don't know if I have any more. Any others? Just a quick. Well, I could use a lady. I could do something like this. I mean, how cute is that? I just wish I had one that was more pinky, but I don't think I have one that's pinky. I don't know if that's all that I have. Let me see. I have one more book. I just haven't organized them. This was the latest one I made, and I was trying to organize by type. So I guess I did. There's some sunflowers, birds. Okay, no people. Okay. Worth a shot. So I think we're going to go with that because that's cute. These ladies have been around for a long time. Okay, so based on the same principle from the last one, I'm going to position her how I want her. I don't have a lot of room there. So I think that's going to be it. So I'm going to cut some of this off. Mark where it's going to land after the glue. And you have to remember the glue goes on this side. Glue stick, here it is. So I'm going to try to get these really well. Apparently I didn't do the last ones real well. This I don't have much room, but oh lordy, that's barely fitting. I may have to shift it this way a smidge. Okay, I try to look in the light to see if I see anything missing, and I see a lot missing. No wonder the last one was so bad. Okay, now her, we just want to get the edge. Okay, so it's going like this, but we need to slide that over just a bit. Make sure it's all in, okay. There we go. Okay. I mean, how cute is that? Once it's glued, I'm going to have to, well, I can glue it, I guess, before I cover that. But let's work on this one. This was the paper I'm going to use. I can only find where I tossed it to. Okay, so this goes like that. So that's all done. That's dry, so I can go ahead and glue this. So, let me see. What was I going to do? Was I going to put a notch? If I put a notch in there, I'm going to have to cover that. But I think I can. I think I can just slide something under there. I may do it later, off camera. There, just a little tiny, teeny weeny. And let me just That's not going to cover it, but I'm just pretending that it might. You see, not going to work, but if this was white, that would have been fine. Okay, so to glue it, I am going to just glue this side right here. Let me make sure before I do anything. Don't glue down here because then your pocket's going to be narrower. So I'm just gluing this part right here. That's what I'm doing. Okay. There we go. Now, if you wanted to glue it anywhere up in here, if you didn't want the pocket deep, then, you know. But I'm just going to let it be the whole pocket. And this, I'm not going to worry about that being open. I'm just going to, I'll glue this right here, just so that's down. But the rest, I don't think is going to matter. If it matters, I'll let you know. But I think it's good. Okay. Oh, gotta do this side too. Okay, I'm gonna press down on that because this was pretty thick. So now I may even glue that together. I mean, you could use it for two pockets, the one in between and that one, but I'm probably not. Okay, now let's move along. Oh, gotta close this. This is vital, because that will go. Okay, this is going on here. Okay, this is the top. I wanted that, so I'm going to glue it there. But first, I'm gonna tear this off here and here and hope that it's straight. Of course. I'm going to put the ruler this way. Maybe that'll help it. It's just hard holding this down when you've got that little tiny piece to do. There. Well, it's not going to matter. I'm probably going to have to trim that edge anyway, so. Okay, so this is it, and I want this like this. So, need to tear this, of course. Of course. But then again, if I would have torn it the other way first, this is working out well. Oh, good. Now you see that it does. What is that? Looks like ink, probably from that. Okay, here it is. It's going here. I'm going to glue this right on here and that. So it's looking good. I'm just going to lay that aside so that I can bring it back over. I have to help myself remember things, because you know how we just forget after like 5 seconds. Can't remember what we were supposed to do. So I'm going to glue this. Let's move it along. And this way, you get all the way to the edges, even on this piece here. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to fold that back. Sometimes it's difficult once you put the paper on it. Sometimes you have to wait for it to dry. Things do fold better when they're dry. I found that they can sometimes get messed up when you fold them when they're wet. Maybe it's because they stretch or something. I don't know. Okay, that's the top. This is going on like down here-ish. I just want these edges to be covered. I can always trim them. I mean, how cute is that paper? This is from Scrapbooking with Me, one of her freebies. She has a blog. If you are subscribed to her and her daughter Melina, you can go on and get the freebies. So if you just visit her channel, Scrapbooking with Me, and she has all the information. She has some really cute freebies. She has some really creative designers working for her. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim this right on off. A little hitchhiker. It doesn't matter if this is dry at this point. Now, if worse comes to worse, like on the one I was working on, if this ended up being too long, I didn't know if my paper was going to be wide enough. This can be as wide as you need it. It doesn't have to be this wide. That's just how I made it. No reason. But you need, you know, a little bit just to catch the page, so. I don't know how much that is. That's like an inch. A ½ inch might be okay. Okay, now we've got that. And like I said, I don't think I want to fold it yet. I'm going to wait for it to dry. And you might want to use an embossing tool if you think you need it. This looks just a little bit like it might need to be trimmed a smidge. I could possibly ink that into submission, but I'll just do just a little bit of trimming. A little here, a little there. Just always be careful you don't cut your envelope open. Okay, let's go back to the inking. Finish that up where you've gotten white edges. Okay, and we can just ink this side as well. So now when this is glued down on the page, it's just gonna look pretty good, pretty natural, that you don't have to cover the whole page or a section of the page. I kind of like this idea better of covering the whole thing. I probably didn't think of it when I did the other ones. Of course, I might have only done one or two. It's not like I've done a whole bunch. Well, I'm not getting, I think that's fine. There you go. I'm just going to put something inside here. Make sure it opens. Let's see. I don't know why it wouldn't be opening. But always stick something thin like your ruler. Just to, I mean, this doesn't matter that much because you can make your tag. Some people make their tag the whole width, but you don't have to. That way you don't have to worry about it. So there we have that. I will show it to you eventually. Okay, now we're back to this little gem. Where was I? I was needing to glue it, I think. No, I need to, yeah, glue it and then cover the back. I did pull something to cover the back. Okay, let's glue. Glue. Let's see where I'm at on time. Ooh, 48 minutes. Ooh. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this, I guess. Okay. I'm going to glue this down. Right? Yes. Gluing this. Whoops, all over the place. Turn it over. There we go. And then this, I'm just going to attach this right here so that it's not flip-flopping or catching your tag. And glue up the side. There we go. I hope I didn't forget something. Got the picture glued in, got that side, this side. I'm just holding this down just to make sure it catches, because this glue catches pretty quick. And now for that, where's my piece? Honestly, I pulled out a piece of paper, and it was pink. Why? Why does this always happen? There's that. Well, gee. Oh, it fell on the floor, I think. I just remembered something had fallen. Okay, this is up. This is not directional. I'm just gluing this onto here. And you can see, I'm just going to cut that off when I get it done. Okay, let's get this going. See, here we go. I'm just going to ink these edges. This way, if the paper falls short, you don't have to worry about it at all, except for down here where there's writing. So is that good? I will call it good. This is here. This is going to go right on there. Didn't get the lid on that. Okay, so I'll just glue the whole thing. Worry about the glue overage later. Let's get this going. Well, I didn't put up a video all week, so this is kind of making up for it, even though I'm only doing like one little project. But it's two. It's twofold because there's two of them. Okay. Okay. Now, if only I knew if one of these was a factory edge. No. I saw right away that didn't work. Let's see. Go up. Slide it over. There we go. There. Peel it off the mat. Okay. I think I'm done with the glue stick. And I'm really done with this. I need to close that. Let's trim this. There's nothing worse than trimming wet glue. Okay. There you go. Now for this, don't really want to put it on my guillotine. So let me just do a little quick. I can finish that up later if I need to. I can make that just a little bit smaller. And then we'll fold that back. And there you have it. That's the one side. Also, I don't want to glue it right away. I would like to press this out though. Okay, and how cute is that? Just, there you go. Got your pocket here, got one there, and you see you can just leave that because I inked it. You could ink it more if you want. Because you see, I forgot to ink that. All right. Okay, so that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching and have a great day.